her and surprising her with these right now. All right, let's do it. Here we are in Christina Rondo's kickboxing with Michelle, and Michelle is going to introduce these two beautiful children,
Cameron and Casey Fritz.
And we're at their house right now, and Michelle's going to tell you a little bit about why we're here.
So today we are going to deliver some knockout wishes.
Yes,
wish come true. These guys came to the fight that we did. I signed up for Christina's fight club, which was so fun and scary also, but it was all for their mom, my BFF, Kris, who is a survivor. I did 3 rounds in the ring. She did 3 rounds with cancer, and she's way stronger than me, so she always inspires me, and I wanted to give a little bit something back and raise some money for some wishes, so you guys could have some wishes come true.
Try to help them as much as we can.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a really good thing that you do. You don't have to do those. You can just do the fights and sell tickets, and as a business, when you're giving back to people, I think that really is it's a beautiful thing. So thanks for doing it.
you're welcome. Yeah, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
We try to help the best we can, you know. They're
Every bit helps.
little chunks, but everything helps. And really, I have my members to thank because they participate in our wine and networking. We do the fights. We sell raffles at the gym. So a portion of the proceeds always goes towards our knockout wishes. So I was very happy when Michelle came to me and said that she had a BFF that needed some little bit of help, and it's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it helps, guys, and it was nice meeting you.
It was nice to meet you
Thanks
too.
for having us in your home.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
So it's Christina and Michelle.
Hi.
And we're going to tell you a little bit. We just came from giving the knockout wishes, and we need a drink. So, over our wine and our bourbon,
Yes. Cheers.
we want to just tell you a little bit about Kris and her story. Not Michelle's story, but it's her best friend, and she didn't want to be on video, and she can't talk. So Michelle's going to talk for her. So
Yeah.
Michelle, why don't you tell us about your friend Kris?
Yeah, Kris is amazing. She is, been dealt some blows, let me tell you, throughout her life. We met when we were 3 in nursery school in Cumberland, and we're BFFs all through our lives. Volleyball teammates, college roommates, my maid of honor.
Oh, wow.
Cameron was born 11 days after my son Nicholas, so we've always done everything together. And right after I got married, she came down with Hodgkin's lymphoma. It was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
She's been battling cancer and repeated cancer twice for 20 years. And
For 20 years, she's been battling cancer.
well,
Yeah.
she's been cancer-free now for about 7 or 8 years, but she's had so much radiation that it's just really damaged a lot of her upper body. So she's struggled with that. She used to be a health teacher, and she couldn't teach because she had no voice. She can't talk.
So she can't
because
talk.
of the radiation.
Yeah.
So.
And then functioning, does she have a hard time? She looked like she had a hard time walking, and
Yeah. Yeah. She's gone through
it's
a
taking
lot.
a toll on her body. So
Yeah.
she's not cancer-free and healthy. That's what's heartbreaking. She's cancer-free, but she's still
Listen,
she's struggling.
I went
you know?
to visit her up in March, I think it was, up in Boston. She had to have another surgical procedure because she had an artery that wasn't functioning right, the artery that goes up to her brain. So she had to have a stent and kind of closed off. So it was one of those like horror show kind of things that the kids kind of had to help her through. And I went into her hospital room, I'll never forget it, and I kind of was like, hey, you're not done yet here, huh? Like, your time's not, and she just looked at me like, no, you know?
Awesome.
And she made it through that and recovered as she does. She just loves those kids. And when I asked her,
kids were amazing kids.
Yeah, Cam and Casey are rock stars. They're just
really are.
sweethearts, and they do so much for
And
her.
you could feel the love and the energy in their home.
Yeah.
It brought tears to my eyes, just like looking at her sitting there and all the love that they have for each other in their home, and it just breaks your heart, you know, breaks your heart.
I texted her, I said, hey, guess what? I'm going to do Fight Club and we're going to do some knockout wishes. And she was like, first of all, you're crazy. And I said, yeah. I said, well, what's your wish? Like, what do you want?
What can we do for you?
And she said, my wish is to live every day so I could be my kid's mom. And
Absolutely.
I'm like, well, you're doing that already. You know, your wish has already come true. But yeah, she struggles with you know, things that they do. So it's nice to do something.
Well, hopefully we helped her, and I thank you, the students, for participating in our events, because we do really good things. And I make these videos so you guys can see the story of other people, because we all have our uniqueness to us, and we all have our stories. And you know, it just reminds me, when you have a bad moment or a bad day, it's a feeling and it's going to go away. And you know, when you walk into a home like this and you see her struggle, which is every day, it has a lot. It just really puts into perspective that sometimes your problems are really nothing.
You got that right.
You know, they're really nothing, and you can change them and shake them, and there's people in certain situations that they can't shake or change. And
you know, Kris and I can't talk on the phone anymore, but whenever we exchange a text, it's always positive. Like, she's always positive, and that's what gets her through, and that's what reminds me to, you know,
you got to be positive, and you got to shake a bad feeling, and you got to stay on that vibration of being positive is so important. And I talk about that all the times. There's obstacles in life, and you got to punch through the obstacles. And that's how we get through things. So, all right, I like to keep my stuff under 5 minutes. Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much.